football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
Here we go. 22!
On 1st and 10, Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down here at the 23. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
11. Set. We're waiting. Hey.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. Extra point through the Snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Now Amendola. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 24. Stafford here coming off his pick 6. Oh, he's going to take it. He's got a man complete. It's a big play there for the Lions. 41 yards.
All right, partner, that's it. That's a video game highlight catch right there. Acrobatic, one hand, come down with the football. Look, if you and I are playing Madden right now, I'm throwing down my control. I'm done. That's it. I can't do this anymore. Yet, we see it happen just about every week. All these guys need is a chance, and they're making those types of plays, even if we don't believe what we just saw.
On 1st down, Stafford here. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing is Stafford, and that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air again, Stafford. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. Here's the now 30-year-old running back, LaShawn McCoy. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. On second down, it's McCoy. They find some open field here. The 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka now for the extra point. Hauschka with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here come the Lions now. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Here's Stafford. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Just a 1 yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
22.
Throwing again is Stafford. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. From the red zone now, Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. In for the score. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Play action. Now it's Allen. They'll roll him out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Throwing now is Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So out now come the Lions. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Out of the gun, Stafford underneath for Johnson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. Stafford now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford, letting one go deep for the... He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Allen will try again on 2nd down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Allen off the play fake. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at about the 32. The first carry now. This is Johnson. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey, tag 32! Tag 32! Hey, red! Hey!
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And now it's 3rd down.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, and he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Stafford throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down run.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. 4-6 defense, they were daring them to run the football. They ran it. A little football 101. Take us through what the 4-6 defense is, Charles.
So what you're trying to do with your big defensive front is cover the interior offensive lineman, the center, and the 2 guards, and make it difficult if you even want to think about running the ball inside. If you can control them, that allows the linebackers and the safeties to run free and get to the ball carriers. And that play worked really well. No gain.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. From the gun, it's Allen. And he finds Tyler Croft. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
I know some people thought it was overplayed in the draft process, but Josh Allen's big arm and his ability to cut through any type of weather, whether it's wind, rain, snow, I think that's a big reason why Buffalo wanted him. He can make all kinds of throws, and when the weather turns nasty, he can still deliver the ball.
Here's McCoy. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And he stopped immediately there. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand. So he runs it for 1 yard, then no gain. I don't know that you go back to that well here on third down.
Yeah, I don't know that you do as well, but if you want to get the ball to him, if you want him to have it, maybe you get him into space and throw it to him.
Throwing is Allen on third. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Here's Marquette King now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have is chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. Stafford. Caught by Jones. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Stafford on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down.
Monday. Omaha, ready to move. 10. Double, set. Let go here.
From the 50, Stafford. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Here we go. Tag 50. Zero.
Stafford looks to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Hey, go here. Set, lady.
On 1st and 10, Stafford throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No
no
yards.
yardage. Okay.
4 down, tag 53. Hey, go here.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
We've got plenty of weather here today. We've got some snow going on, and they've come out of a dome. And there have been 2 ways of getting ready for this. Some have said, don't worry about the weather. Just practice in your normal conditions and handle it on game day. And others have said, find some weather, find some conditions somewhere, and try and get ready. What do you think?
Well, whatever the preparation there, the snow causing the fumble. Nice footwork, but and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. And there on the tackle, Shaq Lawson.
Well, it wasn't much of a gain, but we're getting near the 2-minute warning. So maybe they just want to get to that point, regroup, and decide what they want to do the rest of the half.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Stafford now on second down. Jones has it, and he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to Buffalo after this. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
21.
Now a first down throw. Stafford finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. In for the score. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point good by Prater. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Philip Dorsett holds it in. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Gone. Detroit. Hot.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. 22. Looking to throw on second down. Stafford. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball. Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction. The Lions on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now the Bills will take another timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The Lions on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Stafford looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Fielded at about the 28. 12 yards on the return that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it? And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out. A final shot before half for Allen. He's got his running back, LaShawn McCoy. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So we've reached halftime in a... And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. Returnable for Dorsett. Look at the spin. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings. And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side. But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive? Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you. And they start the second half with a carry by McCoy. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, here's Allen. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. It's caught inside the 25. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big play here for the Bills. 52 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have broken the tie. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it two ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That ball was tipped in the air, and while it ultimately fell incomplete, it caused a few anxious moments for the guy slinging it, who's had quite a day. He knows how to get it into the end zone. He's throwing it really, really well. And maybe Lady Luck is on his side because he avoided his first interception of the contest.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
Set, go 20, 11.
Second and 10, Stafford again. And Jones has it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
On the ball, on the ball. Ready?
On first down, Stafford here. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Gone, 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 gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Charles, I think sometimes maybe we take LaShawn McCoy for granted. Been in the league since 2009. He's played 12 or more games every season as a running back. 30 years old this year. What do you see for his future?
I still see a very bright future for him, and you're exactly right. We do kind of take him for granted. Remember, he was with Philadelphia. Then he goes to Buffalo, and Buffalo goes through the playoff drought before last season. And the Eagles, they win a Super Bowl without him. So, yeah, we
and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Philip Dorsett, 42 yards. And the Bills turn that interception into a touchdown. Hauschka with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about it.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
That's his second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete here. Kayvon Webster on the defensive side able to get a hand in. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
22. Ready. Ready. What?
3rd and long. It's Stafford. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That's taken on the 25. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. Being chased out left. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
Now it's Stafford. He's going to rifle one. That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised. But that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
So after the INT, it's Allen. That is incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The Bills on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Hurry up, here we go.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Dashing through the snow. He's at the 40. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Real right, 22.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Hard throw, incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
I know it looks like fun to guys like you and me. We're up here in the booth and to everyone watching on television, but are you kidding me? In the snow, that type of a play, in the cold, you know that had to hurt to make that play.
I'm just mad he didn't make a snow angel while he was down there. Opportunity missed. They'll run it with McCoy. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Again, it's McCoy. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. That 2nd down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
The Bills on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Allen. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Back now in Buffalo. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. This give is to McCoy. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
to the air. Allen. And the grab by Croft. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Now Amendola. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Stafford on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Again, it's Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Now Hausch can attack on the extra point. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return, here's Kerwin Williams. Oh, nice move. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here come the Lions now. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Stafford here, coming off his pick 6. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22. On 1st and 10, Stafford. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally, someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. To throw on 3rd down. Stafford underneath for Johnson. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for 15 and a first. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. He's going to fire one deep. And now here's another interception. Picked off down near the 5. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's going deep for, and that's caught inside the 30. They give him a gain of 38.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the time they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And how it turns out, it turns out.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And again, it's Allen. Flush to his right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They come out here in the eye. Now Allen. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he finds a man on the crossing route. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. A give to McCoy. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
They'll go again to McCoy. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. The Bills on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 7.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So for the Bills, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with a win. And they will hit the road next week.